been taught, you've been told, don't blink, don't run, don't turn
What's
left.
going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we start the video, I wanted to see if you guys can do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when the next video drops, and make sure that you like, drop a comment of whatever I say on this video. Let's get on with the show. Today, guys, we're working on Purple Truck again. We're actually doing a shoot. Today's Sunday, the day after 4th of July, so we're on the 5th of July already. I was doing a little bit of work on the wheels. Since I bought them, I've never actually polished them. Never had to. The biggest thing is that with intro wheels, they're a lot easier to polish and a lot easier to work with. They don't stain yellow as much. They don't stain as much when water stays on it, like water spots or anything like that. They're not on there as much like with race lines and other wheels. I've seen a lot of people who have like the older style wheels, like the old intros, like maybe like 6-7-year-old intros, and those, yeah, they still had the material where it would turn yellow. But the newer style material that they've been using and the finishes and all that stuff that they do on them are a lot better, so they don't really turn yellow and they don't scar. I actually got done already with a pass of polishing on one side. It is harder for me because since my wheel is really tucked in, I can't really get to the whole wheel without actually backing up or whatever. So let me show you guys already what the final result is. And that looks pretty good to me. And that's, like I said, that's only this part, which is pretty much the only thing that I could do. This side's already done also. So definitely a lot better than what it was before. But like I said, guys, I'm gonna take you through doing the other part of the wheel, just so you guys have an idea of how it's done. And like I said before, this setup won't work with a lot of other wheels that are yellow already, like gray signs, Dubs. I don't know about MTW, but there's a lot of other wheels out there, like a lot of brands. But to me, Intro's the best as far as material and finish. That's why I always run Intros on my vehicles. As far as that goes, when the wheel is like yellow, like where it won't come off even if you polish it the way that I'm going to show you to polish it, at that point you'd have to contact somebody with a cut and cut wheel. You'd have to pretty much call them so that they can throw some acid on it and then pretty much cut a layer off of the material and polish it down to its core. Because sometimes the material just turns yellow because the outer finish is already completely worn out. So in order to get rid of that, you'd have to call somebody so that they can cut and buff it. And there's really nothing you can do. You can try the setup that I'm going to show you how to do it, but like I said, if it doesn't work, just get somebody else to come and cut it with the machine. The little ball that you buy, to me, honestly, it takes so much time and effort to do that, and it puts a lot of strain on your little power tools. I've never really been a fan of the cone or the pawl. I've always liked to do the polishing by hand. I do have some friends that do polishing and stuff like that, but I mean, if you want to save yourself a couple of $100 doing this, you can do it at home. The product that I'm using now is a Cephreeze, and this is the Pro 40 Perfection. The Perfection metal polish cleans, polishes, and protects. So Cephreeze, hopefully I'm saying that name right. This is probably one of the best products that I've ever used on my wheels, and It's really easy to just slide it on and just like clean it off. It only takes a few minutes to do, you know, a wheel. I've seen people sit there 3 or 4 hours trying to polish just one wheel, and with this I don't have that problem. So this is I'm guessing whatever's in here is like a like a 2-part thing. This is checking up, but whenever it just sits there for a long time, the product starts to settle, and then you have like a little a clear part on top. I don't know if it's like gasoline or well, diesel. They used to say that they use diesel on this product or gasoline. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you got to shake this up really well so that it can pretty much mix and bond. And once you mix it up, you pretty much just add it to your pad. You could use the little circle pads, but I don't normally use that because they don't work that well. And whenever you put this on the wheels, it's gonna fuck it up anyways. So once you use it once, it really sucks to use that. So what I do normally is I go out and buy a pack of microfiber towels from like O'Reilly's or AutoZone. These are my towels that I have just here in the truck, just in case I need to use it for anything. Microfiber towel from Pro Elite, 24 in the bag, and I just use one of these blue ones and I just roll it up. So this is the pad. Well, this is the towel I've been using. You see how it leaves this black residue on there? And pretty much once it dries out, it'll get really hard. But see, this is the towel that I'm gonna use to pretty much just add the product. And once I'm ready, I'll shake this up really well, open it up, and then add a line, swipe it through the wheels, and then once it's dried out, I use this polishing rag, which has 2 sides. It's got this little microfiber towel side, and it's got this side right here, which is like the polishing side. I don't know if it's even for polishing or not, but this one works really well. Once I actually make a few passes of this, it pretty much cleans up all the old residue, because it's gonna turn black. This is actually gonna turn your rim black. When it turns black, it's pretty much just telling you that it's taking off all the dirt that's on top of that. So once you see the rim that's black, you know it's working. This will also work on heavy stains. If they're like really heavy stains that are embedded into the rim, you can always just go over it, you know, another 2 or 3 times and see if that'll pull it off. But try not to just focus on that one piece, because if you do, what can happen is that from you polishing, trying to like just like go in that certain spot, you can leave a sand spot where it's like just scratched up. Like I said before at the beginning of the video, if you have that problem, make sure you get somebody who has acid for the wheels and somebody who can polish them with the actual machine, so they can cut that single layer off of it and pretty much polish it. This is not guaranteed to pull that off. It'll pretty much take off like water stains, and if your cat pissed on it, if you catch it early enough, or a dog pisses on your wheel, if you catch it early enough, you can get some of those stains out with this. But let's get on to polishing the wheels. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can see it too well on the video, but like these areas right here is the side that's still dirty, and like going up or whatever, it's like a lot better. That's pretty much the area that was still left for me to polish. You see? Check that out. You might not be able to see it too much because the wheel itself is already pretty much like a mirror finish. But I think you might be able to see the dust still on there settle down. Like I said, I'm gonna shake this product really well. Open it up. I'm just gonna add a line. once you have that on there, you're just gonna add it to the affected area. And I normally like to do 2 or 3 coats just to really get in there. You don't need this much, but I just like to make sure I get enough and inside of the wheel. But I do have a big lip, so just to get enough surface area. I try to just do it all in one direction. If you see certain spots that have like a really thick water spot, add a little piece, like right here, have a water spot. Just try to get a little bit more in there. Just try to rub it off, but don't stay in that certain spot. Just keep blowing it. Just until you see it disappear. Once you see it disappear, it pretty much just tells you that it's kind of fading out. You're gonna see black spots, like little black dots. That's like when you see those little black spots, that means that you have like really stubborn dirt in that area, or like corrosion in the material. But this pretty much works on its own. So we're gonna let that sit for a good, I want to say maybe a good 5 minutes. Not exactly on the 5-minute dot, but 3 to 5 minutes, and see how it'll just pull off once I start to do with my hand. Just a little bit of elbow grease, you know. It's just a little hard day of work, but it's not too. It doesn't take too long. If it seems like it's taking too long, it's only because I'm here explaining it to you guys. Normally, like I said, within like 10 minutes, you're done with pretty much the whole wheel. So, one thing I'm really grateful for is that the front wheels that I have right now, they have a 1-inch lip. And the reason why I get the wheels that way is that so that I'm able to turn to the left and to the right a lot better. When I had the 2-inch lip in the front, I could not turn not even 25% of the way. And then I have to do with the 1.5-inch lip, I could turn about 50% of the way, and I still had to, you know, wiggle my way into stuff. With these wheels, I can turn 100% of the way to the left, and to the right, I can turn 75% all the way. The reason is because of the fender on this side is a little bit closer to the wheel than the other side. It's not off by much, but it's just slightly off to where when the tire turns to the right, the degree and geometry of the way the suspension is set up, it rubs just slightly. So nothing too big of a deal. I can still do pretty much a full turn if I needed to. But that's the reason why I get them with the 1-inch lip. And it also makes it so I really don't have to polish the front. I can just go with a quick pass with the rag, and it looks real nice anyways. So let's check in on the wheel right here. It's already been like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, the product is gonna pretty much just work itself into it. It's not gonna turn any different color or whatever. It's just gonna look the same. Now I just gotta prep this rag right here and wipe it off. Alright guys, so just like I said, a little bit of elbow grease will make this thing shine once again. And you can already see the difference on the way that the wheel is starting to look. Pretty much like brand new. So as you guys can see, definitely looks a lot better. That water spot right there that used to be there, it's really faint now. It's really, you really can't even see it anymore. It definitely looks a lot better. I could put in some more work with the rag, but I'm already really tired. So yeah guys, just a quick video showing you how to do your wheels. Just do the whole thing. Like I said, if you guys got intros, this will work perfectly fine. If you got other wheels, it may work, it may not. But normally with the intros, really easy to clean, really easy to just polish. But if you want to really get into like having them extremely brand new, just like from when they came out the factory or like from the manufacturer, my best recommendation for you would be to contact somebody who does it professionally and make sure that they know what they're doing, and they'll take care of you. But that's it for the video guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Under the